Simbora, simbora aí, Ricardo, salve. Começando mais uma live. Galera, vou estar testando um sistema novo de captura aqui do PlayStation. Se der algumas quedinhas de frame aí, a gente já tá sabendo que é um teste novo, beleza? Simbora pros playoffs da NBA. E vamos lá.
The NBA playoffs have arrived as we kick it off with Game 1 in the East, right here on EA Sports. We are at United Center in the Windy City. Tonight, the Chicago Bulls taking on the Miami Heat. Hi again, everyone. Alongside Jay Williams, I'm Ed Cohen. Jay, you look at your former team, the Bulls, coming into play. They're rested, they're ready to go, and they'll have home court advantage to begin here in games 1 and 2.
And I'll tell you what, I am looking forward to this series right here. This is going to be a dogfight. We got a couple of teams that match up very well. I can see this one going to length. Yes, 7 games. That's how even these teams are.
They'll get it down to Leonard. Not that time. Chicago basketball. To Levine. Carter. Oh, great pass. Setting up the basket.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
To Waiters. They'll go to Butler, down low. Bulls come away with it.
Now push it. Let's attack in transition so we can build this lead.
And a nice finish at the rim.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn
Tá
on
lá
and
dentro.
off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Dragic into the front court. A minute gone by here in the opening quarter. To Zach Levine. Here comes the screen. Levine. Knocked loose. Ties for it. Not afraid to mix it up.
Caramba.
Out of bounds. Last touch by Thaddeus Young. A drive by Butler, but his shot won't fall.
Well, you can't finish with your right hand on the left side of the rim. You actually have to use your opposite hand. Steve Nash is one of the best at this. Different shots at different angles, high off the glass, expecting that there are trees down below. With
Opa,
long
tomei
wingspans that can
belo
block the shot.
toco.
Out of bounds, last touch by the Heat. Shot clock winding down. Knocks it down from mid-range.
That was a tough shot. The guy was in your pocket. He even contested the shot. Everything was going according to plan until then.
Dragic with it. Down 6. To Waiters. Has a chance. The shot almost. To Levine. Zach Levine doing what he does best.
Aí
Safe
sim.
to say notice has been served.
Sometimes things go good. Other times things go great. Everything going that team's way right now.
It's the Heat with the possession. That's no good. Nice touch around the basket with the tip. We talk so much about who are the MVP candidates, but there are other guys who are so valuable to their teams, and Jimmy Butler at the forefront of that list.
I have a phrase that I use when I describe players like Jimmy Butler. It's called most valuable mentality. There are certain players that approach the game with a certain mindset every single day that they will do anything possible to win the ball game. He plays with his heart and soul every single possession and every night, and he will leave it on the court if that means he can win the ball game.
From the outside, no good. To Zach LaVine. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Zach LaVine at the line for a chance at a three-point play. For his career, 82%. Off the mark at the line. Dragic with the basketball. Trailing by 10. Nice pass to set things up. Oh, Carter with the rejection.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
On the follow. Way to stay with it.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
He cruises in for two. Too easy.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
Miami with the basketball. Dragic. And he's going to the free throw line.
You see this all the time. The defensive players establishing his presence on the court and also checking to see how far the refs are going to let him go.
Salve, Apolo. E aí, irmão?
First free throw is good.
Tá na rua? Desculpa aí. Valeu, brother. Obrigado.
No back-to-back free throws here. He missed the second. To Collison. Great look and vision. And a throwdown.
A two-time dunk champion, I love watching Zach LaVine.
Valeu, Paulo.
But you can't become obsessed with just attacking the rim. You have to continue to expand your game and really give Chicago that lead guard that they haven't had since D. Rose.
And the finish. Slam dunk.
That transition offense was flawless when guys fan out and actually fill the lanes with a sense of urgency.
Beleza,
With a
conversa.
sense of urgency, you will get a great shot every possession.
Cleans it up. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
That's what they need to do more of. Attack that basket. Hit him where it hurts.
To Young. Carter goes to the left side. Nothing going here on that drive.
Putz, que passe horrível, cara.
And draws the foul.
Hey, look, sometimes you need to feel out your opponent. Let them know you're there. I'm okay with that early foul.
James Johnson, couple of free throws on the way. Shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. And he connects on the first free throw. And fails to hit them both. Hits the first, misses the second. Carter. Deep left corner. LaVine. Textbook defense. Yes, for every tough shot you make, buy one, get one free.
Not a Ferrari, definitely not a Lambo, but hey, get you from point A to point B.
To LaVine. gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Able to convert inside.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Curling inside, and he finishes at the rim.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Miami's got it. To Butler. A drive through the paint, but his shot misses. Collison into the front court. Lead stands at 10. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
He should get some kind
O
of
Apollo já até foi, mano. Tá, acho que ele tá trabalhando.
But guess what? The ref spit.
Dá uma passada rápida aí.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor.
Mas valeu pela presença, Ricardo. Como sempre, estando aí, valeu.
Free throw up and good as they open things up to a 13-point lead. He'd have the basketball. Probing the defense. Screen coming. Stuffs it down
Entrando com
with the
tudo, irmão.
authority.
Showing you why he belongs here in this league with the best of the best. Efficient scoring out of the rookie here tonight.
Butler into the front court. Trailing by 15.
Estamina do jogador tá indo embora.
Berg shot off the mark. To Chris Dunn. Yes,
Isso aí.
and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Free throw's good as they continue to widen their lead. We get a whistle and a timeout here for Miami as they'll go over some tactics now in this first quarter of play.
So we ask that all smoking take place in the designated areas located outside of the arena. Thank you for your cooperation.
Folga não, garotinho.
Short jumper
Opa, rebote é
stays
nosso.
out. Zach Randolph swats it. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Zach Randolph. That's out of bounds off a Bull.
Caramba, irmão. Como é que dá uma dessa?
It's the Heat with the possessions. Lays it up and in.
Again, Ed, if you made it to this level, you're capable of doing things that normal humans can never do, even if you're not known for it.
Nice pass to set things
Ah,
up.
sim, compadre.
I don't think anyone saw this one coming, but it looks like they're trying to send a message. Look into their eyes. They're laser focused. They're playing as if this game is tied.
To Randolph. Scores from the post.
Old school equals high percentage.
Knocked loose. Oh, they call him for the foul.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Marking it. For three. Knocks it down. Defender has to get there next time.
Ooh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start jogging back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
Ah, essa bola entrou ainda.
Finally something goes their way. I don't think I need to tell you, but this has been a disaster of a first quarter. They just need somebody to get hot, and then they need to come together as a team and get a few stops.
Knocked loose, and they call the foul. Careful there, Jay.
He took a chance. That's the right call.
And hits the first free throw. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. It's the Heat with the possession. Dragic. Here comes the screen. Down to 5 on the 24. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
Another possession they were forced to take a tough shot. This time they got it to go, but they need to do something different to start creating more open look opportunities.
Marking it. Count it. No and one. There was some contact there.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Nice finish at the rim.
Who's controlling the paint? The offense is controlling the paint right now. The defense needs to do a better job of making it more uncomfortable for those easy lays.
To Dragic. The drive, right to the basket.
Caramba,
Wide open look.
ainda bem que o cara foi ruim,
Oh,
mano.
I like that. You got the defense rotating from side to side.
Eita,
They're even
passe horrível.
recovering late, but still you got to make that one.
Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Zach Randolph trying to cash in on the three-point play. For his career, 76% from the line. Chicago with the possession to Wendell Carter.
Putz, demorou, hein, fi.
Not done yet. Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
Waiters. Offensive rebound and a putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
To Markkanen. Oh, lots of contact there. Still gets it to go.
Usually rookies allow themselves to get sped up because they're so hyped to play against the greats. But you got a different speed to your game. It's called poise.
Dragic into the front court. Down a bundle. Can't connect. Late heave to beat the buzzer. We've reached the end of the first quarter here in Game 1. Jay and I are back after this. It's the NBA playoffs on EA Sports. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. To Young. Goran Dragic with a piece.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Butler to bring it up. His guy's down big, and he's fouled. A trip to the line coming up.
Ed, as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
Jimmy Butler at the line for 2 shots. A career 83% free throw shooter. First one, count it. Second one off the mark. He goes 1 for 2. Marking it. Dragic with it. He'll run the offense. To Butler. Whoa, look what I found.
You know it's a bad block when somebody snatches the ball out of the air.
Wow. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Thaddeus Young.
I'll say this. Great young
O cara
talent,
faz um lance
but needs
daquele,
to
pô, nem
really
pisar
start
fora,
making
né?
better
Brincadeira.
decisions and protecting the ball.
Miami with the basketball. Butler. To Young. To Markkinen. Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
To Markkinen. Good. Off a spin.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. Oh, he just blocked that shot out of bounds.
Jay, they're lucky they get the ball back. We have both squads set to make some moves right now.
Stepping in for Miami, number 23.
Waiters.
Let's go, Browns. It's go time.
Butler to Waiters. Shot from in close, no good. To Zach LaVine. Off the assist.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Dragic to Waiters. Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. Oh, Carter with the rejection.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting... Oh! And he can't keep it in off the block.
Man, that was impressive. LaVine. Easy path to the rim.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Miami's got it. Nothing going here on that drive. To Butler. Fires the three. They dare Jimmy Butler to take it, and he makes them pay.
Great shot by the offense, but the defense, you can't afford to collapse off that penetration. I'd rather a team take a tough two than a wide open three.
Levine to Wendell Carter. To Levine. Slams it down, and there was no stopping him that time.
And you always feel like the words vision and unselfishness go together. They work cohesively as a unit. When you have a guy that has both, that sets the tone for how your team is going to play.
Dragic with the basketball. Looking to make something happen. There's a pass stolen by Chicago.
Keep your foot on the gas, but don't get too reckless.
To Zach Levine. Trying to cash in. Shot no good there by Levine.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
To Levine. Stuffs it down with authority.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Stuffs it down with authority. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
He'd have the basketball. A lot of contact. Shots no good and no foul. Missed a wide open look. Dragic to Butler. Has a look. The shot by Butler? No. Give him 2 points. High percentage.
And did you see the lift on the shot? Did you see the ball release off the hand? To be able to have the concentration to finish with such a feathery touch in the midst of contact, that's something special to watch.
Knocked loose. And this will be out of bounds. Off of Butler. Levine. Has a chance. Deep two there. Won't go.
You see, Ed, this is where coaches get fired. It's great to have good offensive sets, but if you can't execute, then the play was a failure.
Trying to cash in. Not going down for him this time.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
Now the Heat going to use a timeout as they'll take a moment to go over things here in the second quarter. Dragic to Butler. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Into the front court comes Collison. His guys hold a commanding lead. To Zach Levine. 4-3. And Zach LaVine wide open. Knocks down the three.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
To the basket is Butler, but he can't finish. The follow won't go either. To Wendell Carter. That's toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go.
Some players are just built to absorb the contact. He pretty much dusted that defender off like I was a bug at the park.
Nothing going here on that drive.
Oh, he sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. To LaVine. Beyond the arc for three. Zach LaVine forcing that one there. Well defended. Butler. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
Huh, he should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
Kelly Olynyk at the line for a chance at a three-point play. Shoots it at 75% for his career. Dumps it down with authority.
Like my old coach used to say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's way too easy. Just keep attacking. It's easy money.
Dragic. To Butler. Dragic to Butler. Got it.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Collison into the front court. His guys holding the big lead. LaVine to Young. Nothing going here on that drive. To Young. Ball's out. Last touch by Zach LaVine. Gets a look. Can't hit. Out of bounds. Last touch by the Heat. Collison. To Zach LaVine. Deep right corner. Zach LaVine buries it on the catch and shoot.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
To Butler. Knocks it down from mid-range.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Collison. It's the Heat with the possession. Oh, he's denied.
Oh, big man doing work right there.
Shot for Leonard, no good. LaVine. That is great vision to set it up. Zach LaVine doing what he does best. He climbed the ladder on that one.
Well, the question is, how big is the ladder? He's still climbing.
Jimmy Butler for two. Wide open look, won't go. Long key from three-quarters court, trying for a 40-point night, but it's off the mark. It's halftime here in Game 1. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
The Bulls absolutely dominated the competition in the first half.
It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Thanks for joining us for the halftime report. The second half is about to get started.
To Young. Going to launch beyond the arc. Can't get the bounce.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Butler to Dragic. Into the front court comes Collison. His guys lead here early stages, third quarter. Won't go. He needs some luck on his side given how they're defending.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket. Collison into the front court. Gonna run the offense. Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
That's rebounded by Chicago. To Levine. Driving right to the basket. Down the lane to lay it in.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
To Dragic. Tough Nate through traffic.
I was expecting the dish there, but way to fake that one and lay that one in.
To Zach Levine. Young. Thaddeus Young. Better late than never. That was his first shot, and it goes down.
And I get it. I know why Indiana fans love Thaddeus Young. He's that guy that just shows up to work every day and is going to outwork you, outgrind you. They don't make players like that anymore.
Nothing going here on that drive. To Waiters. The drive, right to the basket. Zach Levine tips it. That's his third block this evening.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
A bad pass, and the Bulls have it.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
It's the Heat with the possession. Butler to Dragic. Here comes the screen. Sizing up the defense. Dragic to Butler from long range. Can't connect. To Levine. Oh, nice find for the basket.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in a zone by himself.
Butler into the front court. Down a bundle. Has a look. Butler with a shot, no good. Flushes it home.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry four other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
We get a whistle and a timeout here for Miami as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter. Count the basket at the rim.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Bulls with it. To Zach LaVine. Here's a chance from long range. Zach LaVine, good on the quick release that time.
They're shooting the ball well, but let me tell you why. They're already ready to shoot before they even catch the ball. Look at their hands. Their hands are ready, providing a target. So when they catch that ball, they go right into their shot. We call that being shot ready.
Waiters to Dragic. Over to the right side. Zach LaVine sends it away. Now ready with a couple of free throws.
You got to know your personnel. That's not someone you want to send to the line for a free two.
Knocks down the first. No good on the second. It's a 1-of-2 trip. Throws it down.
An easy two. Get back on defense.
Miami with the basketball. Dragic to Waiters. Down low for Leonard. Return label included.
Offense might want to adjust here. That's his fourth block of the evening.
Cruises inside for two.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing the pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want.
And finishes strong. Now the Heat going to use a timeout as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this third quarter. Time for some new personnel into the game. Dragic to Butler. Shot clock, it's coming down to 4. Now down to 3. Knocked loose. To LaVine. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
To Young. Oh, the Heat right there to take it away. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Young to Zach LaVine. Gets it in the left corner. Count it. No and one. There was some contact there.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Big finish at the rim. Whoa, he got up there.
Just showing you that 40-inch vertical.
To Young. Collison. To LaVine. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Trying for a 30-point night, but it's no good.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
And they call it.
Ed, you can't lunge like that.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Waiters. Shot clock for the Heat down to 3. He's looking for that touch. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number one, create contact, and number two, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Free throw good to cap off the three-point play as they continue to open things up here in the third quarter. Miami's got it. Surveys the floor. Nothing going here on that drive. Berg shot off the mark.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
Waiters. Here comes the screen. Knocked loose. He throws it down.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Stuffs it down with authority.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. Burke with it. His guys down big. Here comes the screen. Has a chance. It's good. That's the guy you want to leave open.
You know what I like about this pass play? Instead of putting his head down and forcing the action, he patiently waited for the play to develop.
To Markkanen. Stuffs it down with authority.
Man, they are just continuing to pour it on, but the one thing we know about in this league, you have to make sure that you continue to play with energy because leads can evaporate quickly.
Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
There you go, finally. Shoot your shot.
It's Chicago ball to Chris Dunn. Fires the 3. Tough shot for Markkanen. No good. Burke with it. Looking to make something happen. Great pass to set it up. Oh, Carter with the rejection.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
Doesn't have the touch. No good.
And it's never a great thing when you're talking to yourself the entire next possession about the shot you just missed. Now you know you're in that player's head mentally.
We get a whistle and a timeout as they'll take a moment to talk things over. Looks like some substitutions are coming on in.
Screen coming your way, screen coming your way.
To Waiters. Short jumper won't fall. To Markkanen. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Lauri Markkanen trying to cash in on the three-point play. A career 84% free throw shooter. Free throws good as they continue to widen their lead. He'd have the basketball. Take stock of the floor. 5 to shoot for Miami. Short jumper off the mark. The follow won't go either. To Markkanen. Nothing going here on that drive. He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
Big shout out to the athletic trainer for this team. It's obvious you've been doing all the preparation required of your team in the weight room in the offseason. Flex on them a little bit.
To Waiters. There's a pass stolen by Chicago. Right down Broadway, 4-2. That misses with a second to go. And a putback slam. 3 quarters down. It has been all Bulls. So the Heat will have it to start this 4th and final quarter. And this has not been one of their better performances to this point. They've been out of sorts all afternoon.
And one of the most difficult challenges we have in this life is when we bring our personal life into our workspace. It looks like they were never in the game to begin with.
Here comes the screen. Waiters. Trey Burke. No good. Short jumper won't go down.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Here comes the screen. Down to 5 on the 24. Burke shot off the mark.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
It's the Heat with the possession. To Waiters. Probing the defense. Trying to cash in. Off the mark. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Done. To Markkanen. Carter. Has a look. No good. No daylight. Great defense. They'll get it down to Leonard. Able to convert inside.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
To Markkanen. To Wendell Carter. Has a chance. Dunn shot, that misses. Burke with it. Down a bundle. To Waiters. Shot clock for the Heat, down to 3. Trying to cash in. Rebound comes to Chicago. Dunn to Wendell Carter. Here comes the screen. Baseline drive. That's usually one that he'll knock down.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
Waiters. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
I don't know what the point of you having a scouting report is if you don't utilize it. You're allowing him to get to positions on the floor where you know he feels most comfortable. Make it a challenge for him by making him do something uncomfortable.
Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Dunn. James Johnson with the block. Ooh, 5 now.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Bulls with the basketball. Dunn. Probing the defense. Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
You know, it reminds me, Ed, of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
To Waiters. Has a look. Can't connect.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jump.
Around the perimeter to Chris Dunn. Good. Off a spin.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
It's the Heat with the possession. Short jumper stays out.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Dragic. Bulls have it. Dunn. Nothing going here on that drive. To Wendell Carter. Lets it fly from long range, and he's fouled. Good play by the shooter.
You know what? That's an even better play by the defender. I like the foul there. Send a message. Nothing easy.
He's going to have to earn it now. Wendell Carter is going to get a chance at 3 here. Hasn't missed yet. First one goes down. Second one's no good. One more coming. Dragic into the front court. He'll run the offense. To Butler. Five to shoot for Miami. Down low for Leonard. And stuffs it home.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Levine to Young. Myers Leonard able to recover with the block. That's out of bounds off a ball. Some lineup changes now for both clubs. Dragic to Butler. Driving right to the basket. Wide open look, won't go.
I don't know why he rushed that shot. He was wide open. Take your time.
Ah, rocking the rim.
Showing you why he belongs here in this league with the best of the best. Efficient scoring out of the rookie here tonight.
Butler to bring it up. His guys down big. Waiters. Off the assist.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
To Zach Levine. To Collison. Young. Levine. Trying for a 30-point night, but it's no good. Here comes the screen. Oh, he's denied. And his foot was on the line. It's going the other way. Substitution being made in this one. Waiters. To Dragic. To Butler. And buries it. Jay, they'll take that any day.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
To Levine. Has a chance. The jumper's off the mark. Tough make through traffic.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
It's a big finish.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Miami with the basketball. Dragic to Butler. Sizing up the defense. Butler to Dragic. Here comes the screen to Butler. For three, not getting the bounce. Levine. And throws it down. At this point, they're twisting in the wind.
Were you looking for a response from me? Because I don't really know what else there is to even say. I mean, is this even a game? I mean, we should just start packing up and getting ready to go right now.
Nothing going here on that drive. Shot from in close, no good. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. To Collison. Zach Levine. That's how you defend.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Oh, Carter with the rejection.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Shot clock for the Heat, down to 3. Dragic. Man, he's shifty. Tough defensive assignment. Goran Dragic with the answer.
As a defender, you should take it personally when a contested three goes in. That's good defense, but it's not good enough.
Levine to Young. Trying to cash in. Deep two there, won't go.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Knocks it down from mid-range.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
To Collison. Young. Knocked loose. He'd come up with it. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Butler into the front court. Looking to make something happen. And he hits.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Jimmy Butler rejects it. Make that 7. Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups. To Collison. Miami secures the rebound. Now preparing to shoot at the line.
Just because a team's winning doesn't mean the refs are going to put away the whistle. Play right all the way through.
Dion Waiters. He's got 2 shots coming. Shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. So he hits the first, misses the second. Into the front court comes Collison. His guys hold a commanding lead. Runner's good there.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. The Bulls take this one. They've jumped out in front, 1 game to none in this best-of-7 series. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been the NBA Playoffs on EA Sports. Find out more at easports.com. Until next time, good night.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Bulls put their opponents away in a blowout. You ask me, and I'll tell you, it was the ball movement that made all the difference. There's something to be said for a team that can win as a group, and that's what happened here today. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Chicago Bulls. The Heat seemed to give up on this game as it got more challenging. And every team in this league loses games. You just don't want to lose them like this. I can already see a players-only meeting in their future. Check out the leading scores for the Miami Heat.
Game track. Assists.
The Chicago Bulls showed off the kind of team chemistry that coaches love to see from their players. The more they moved the ball, it showed how much they trust each other. In the end, they got to win, and it looked like they had a great time doing it.
Player of the game. Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in this game. These are the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
See y'all next time. Jalen Rose signing out.